I'm the star of the show.
Yes. Yes, you are.
You even have your own sacrifice area.
What?
The sacrifice.
It's the sacrificial pig area. I thought you were gonna do
no.
it, but you did not, so I did it.
I specifically didn't do that one because I knew it was put there for me.
Understandable.
Well, I took a spider web.
Ah!
Ah! Hello? Was there lightning?
There's lightning rods everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh!
Then what happened?
I forgot about that. I really like the gem sheep now that you say it. It almost looks like it's changing colors with like the lights.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, welcome to Halloween District.
Woohoo!
It's spooky here. We're gonna go look around all the builds and stuff?
Yeah, sure, we
Go
can.
look around the bills, yeah.
I think. Who did the. You did the nether portal, right, Panda?
I did the portal, yeah.
Yeah,
Very spooky.
yeah.
So if we start from here, we'll go for the less obvious one, which is Tom's Castle up behind back there.
Oh yeah.
Wait, where is it?
Tom's Castle. It's right at the top.
Oh, there it is. Okay. It really is dark. It's only got that one little spot that's lit up.
Yeah, and that's because I was up there earlier and I decided it needed to glow through the window, but it doesn't look like it's done it properly.
Oh.
It glows the blocks around it as well.
I see it glowing.
Next thing is one of coppers.
Who did the skeleton? Ah! I just pooped myself. Oh, too scary. Oh no.
Would
Okay.
you like to show them your build next?
What build?
This one here.
What? This one? Oh, yeah. It's not much. This is just the gross radioactive pit. Don't fall in. You
spooky
might
pit.
turn into the Hulk.
Now he's gonna get out.
Yeah, I was gonna try to connect it up to the, like, have a pipe coming out of the lab, but it was too far away, so. Yeah, I guess I could have moved it because Z was gonna do that one, but he's not been feeling good or something, so I did it. But I just kept it right where he had it.
That's a good question.
Just to suffer.
Apparently
Okay.
so.
So from here, we won't talk about the trees, because I talk about trees a lot. We have a UFO.
Are you the Lorax? Do you speak for the trees?
I do.
Do they whisper things to you?
The Lorax was my favorite.
Ooh, spooky.
And these guys have decided that they want a sheep, cow, and a pig.
Yeah. As you do.
Mm-hmm.
I want
Actually,
those as
one
well.
of everything.
It's like Noah's Ark.
Pick and mix.
It is.
But you only
It
need
is.
one because they're aliens and they can just make more from one.
Yeah, they can clone them.
Oh. How?
And then, of course, the sacrificial pig pit. The sacrificial roasting of the piggy.
Unnerving.
Mmm.
What's this?
Kebab.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, it's actually
it's
got
your
bones
rump.
in it in this texture.
I know. That's why
Ow!
don't get too close.
The sacrifice is complete.
Awesome. Okay, so we've come across and we've got a spooky church. Not quite so spooky. Not as spooky as my last one. It's quite nice inside, really.
Just out there.
I
Just a
got in.
little
You
cramped.
couldn't keep me out.
Oh,
I don't know.
Well, I was gonna do the graveyard, but Panda left his daughter alone at the computer earlier, and she did it. So go Bethan.
Uh-oh.
She made it all happen. I just gave Jane a bed.
So we got a witch's house, which doesn't have much in it. It does have a bed. You may want to set your spawn pick up.
What?
Yeah, then I
No.
may do that.
You may want to set your spawn in here. a little cozy house. Yeah.
And then the lab, like I said, you gotta push the button and go on fast. Oh, I
Got
missed.
that. Oh,
Oh, you might want to turn your friendly sounds down.
thanks. Ow.
So good. I thought I better not hit
I
you
was
with the
so confused when I went in here earlier because of the noises these guys make.
Yeah,
What the heck is that?
I know. I actually need to put my sounds back on. You can't hear them farther away, but I like did them first, and I was like, oh, I should have waited till the end to put them in. They sound creepy though, don't they?
Really spooky. They do. They sound really creepy.
That's what I thought.
They look creepy as well.
They do. I know. Like, just trapped, and then of course, just the little testing areas. I couldn't. Oops.
Test subject,
I left my. Well, I had his heads.
Oh no!
We're gonna call.
That's nice.
We're making a zombie pig cut.
Zombie cart.
No.
Pigombi.
I'm not dead this year, actually.
I know.
I'm not floating around like a spooky ghost. There's no dogmen hunting me this time.
And
Probably because Newt's not here.
the creepy tree.
The spooky tree.
Yeah. I didn't mean to
Oh,
make
it's
his.
got like a mouth. and
Yeah,
eyes.
I didn't mean to make him look so like, oh, he's
Kill me!
he's a little derpy, but that's what you get when you try to build stuff up close and then walk away from it. So he works.
They're probably so sad because I kept taking chunks out of them to build crafting tables.
What? Is that why he looks weird?
No, I only took 2 blocks.
Okay.
I'm like over here. It's fine. Don't worry about it. No, I only took 2 blocks.
Then the really spooky part. I mean, this is gonna be terrifying. Follow me.
Oh God, that was ominous.
We got the extremely terrifying bit, and that's not the spider that's coming up behind you.
Ah!
Oh, back.
Oh, my bullet.
We have a pig racing course.
The pig racing. Oh, I just pooped myself.
And pig cart, where's your guy? I see
Where's my
there's
guy?
there's some webs. There's some more
Oh, yeah.
webs. Is it over on the other side?
Up over here.
Can't see him from here.
I know.
There. Over this way.
Which
Where?
way?
You go follow the course around.
Better view from
Not
the
even a
church.
zombie, it's a creeper. He's gonna go.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Oh,
Oopsies.
this is a construction zone.
Exactly.
There we
Yeah,
go.
that really concludes our Halloween district for this year.
I went up and looked at your spider there, pig cart. It was really done. You did a really good job on it.
You did.
Thanks. I built it in survival mode.
Okay. I don't know why you felt the need to specify that, but
No, not me.
What?
like
I started building them out of glass panes actually, which was really annoying.
oh
The webs.
yeah.
Yeah, that would be
And then I finished a web and I turned the shaders on. It was just I couldn't see it at all.
Okay,
They look much better out of slabs though.
Enderman.
They look really good.
Can't
Tried using
Enderman.
actual webs as well.
I like
That didn't work
No.
either.
did that no it didn't. I like that you did the in between a bunch of different peaks with just like some random bits of web too. Woohoo!
It's a prolific spider.
It is a big spider.
It's
Alright.
Smize.
Morg or Morgog or what's her name?
Sandra.
That was close.
No, the spider from Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Sandra.
It's not Sandra.
It's not that.
Fudge off. It's like
Full name
Morgog
Cassandra.
or something.
Does everybody have a ghost story?
Is that it? We don't have any more spooky buildings?
No, and all the trees. Pigcart did all the trees.
Did I?
You
I don't remember
did.
doing all these trees.
Except the
Even this big one
spruces
here.
that Panda put in.
I put in all the spruce trees and you put in all the...
No, I did all
And then
the
you
trees.
deforested all the other trees.
You took all
I just took the leaves off. I took all the leaves and made it spooky. Do they still sell the blue shark in yours?
The stuffed animal?
Yeah, the blue shark.
Yeah.
Hello, Metro.
They just started.
Scary.
They just started. I was gonna say hi to Metro earlier when you said you were streaming and then you walked away and I asked where you were because I was gonna be like, oh, hi Metro. Pigcart streaming.
Oh,
Hi,
I wanted to go see the hallway.
Oh, we'll bring him to see the hallway. We can wait.
I mean, when I started.
Oh,
Okay, I know when I'm not wanted. Bye.
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 I'm really lagging here anyway.
I noticed that.
I noticed too. Show me.
You have a full. I need to turn my subtitles off because I can't hear the LAs, but my subtitles are like LA seeks,
Oh, I bet
LA
they do.
yearns. I'm like, stop yearning in my subtitles, LA. This is family friendly. No yearning. No yearning. Is he coming back?
I
have
hope
no
so.
clue. I hope so.
I yank
Oh.
him.
Yeah.
We've arrived just in time to hear all of our spooks. Got a lot of spooks
Yay.
to tell.
I hear him
Spooks.
coming.
I had to go get something.
That tag soon do its round.
Well played.
Oh, are we ready to do
Well
some
played.
spooks?
We are.
We
Are
are.
you ready for the spookums?
Mm-hmm.
Anyone got something to put on the fire?
No.
Oh, actually, yeah, here you go.
That's already cooked, isn't it? Oh. Are you going first then?
Me?
You've
Sure.
made your submission. To the fire. of
Oh my
spookums.
god. Okay, yeah. I just picked a short one. I never can remember any good stories. There's plenty of spooky things that are happening, but I never can think of them when I need to. So,
That's why I'm gonna make one up.
so I found one online from like almost 10 years ago. This was just a Reddit post. So
always the best ones on Reddit.
well, some of the other ones were a little gory, so I didn't want to go with one. Okay. I found an open Wi-Fi connection. And this is by somebody named Rum Cake. And it was made, like, they posted it like 8 years ago on Reddit.
Oh. Old and spooky.
They didn't believe me when I told them there was an open wireless network in range, aptly named free Wi-Fi. It was rather slow, but that's not the problem. You see, we were camping out in the middle of nowhere. Tar Hollow Forest for my fellow Ohioans out there. We parked the truck about a mile down the trail. From there, it was a 15-minute drive to a 15-minute walk to the only ramp onto the highway. We were far removed from civilization, to say the least. After we were all done with checking in on Facebook and replying to Snapchats, my friends and I made a game of finding the source of the signal. Marco and Sean went in one direction. Mike and I went in the other. 3 minutes later, we were all back at the site. The signal dropped off after about 185 paces in the direction I went, and roughly 250 paces in the opposite direction. We agreed with Sean's proposal to go in a third direction, so to approximate by triangulation the whereabouts of the source. Marco counted the steps, Mike kept an eye on the signal indicator, and Sean and I looked out for anything that remotely resembled a router. About 100 feet in, Mike told Marco to stop counting. The signal was at full strength. I looked around for a flashing LED light or running cables or anything that was lit up. Marco said it could be a pocket Wi-Fi hotspot that another camper had left behind. So that was unlikely since there was no 3G coverage out here. But we still couldn't find anything. We gave up the search and made our way back towards the campsite. That's when the Wi-Fi signal disappeared. The sun was setting and it was starting to fog up. A little spooked, we agreed we would pack our stuff and hike back to the truck. When we got back, we realized that we had been robbed. Our bags were torn open, our food supplies were missing, and our tents were toppled. What immediately seemed odd to me was that the thieves hadn't taken our laptops or cameras. Upon closer inspection, all they took were foods and beverages. And in my opinion, that was the scary part. Needless to say, we crammed whatever we could into our torn up bags and made a dash for the truck. It wasn't until we got into the truck that Mike told us to check our phones. The Wi-Fi signal was at full strength again. A chill ran down my spine when I saw the name of the connection. Run, boys, run.
That's my network.
So, my story is actually more of a folktale around a place called Devil's Bridge.
What is it?
Ooh.
Devil's Bridge.
Devil's Bridge? Oh, God.
Yeah.
Devil's Bridge.
So, Devil's Bridge is a really, really beautiful landmark here in Wales. It consists of 3 bridges that cross over a gorge, and 300 foot below it is a torrent of white water.
Why would they
So-
name something so pretty Devil's Bridge?
Well, this is where the story comes in.
Oh, okay.
So,
Oh.
Logic me.
the reason that it's called Devil's Bridge, right, long before any bridge spanned across the spot, an old woman lost her cow and went out to search for the roving beast. Her heart sank when she saw it on the other side of the river. At this point, the devil appeared and offered to build her a bridge across on the condition that he would claim the body and soul of the first to cross it. The woman agreed. The devil built the bridge. Once the bridge was completed, the devil waited for the woman to cross this bridge to retrieve her cow and forfeit her soul. But she proved a more than worthy adversary. I can't pronounce anything at all today.
Adversary?
Yeah.
Adversary.
Adversary.
Anniversary. It's an anniversary.
Oh.
Threw across the bread across the bridge, whereupon her dog chased after it to retrieve the morsel. The devil had his person, and she was safe to follow to retrieve her bovine trophy. That is actually folklore around the 3 bridges, but
Wait, she wanted to sell her soul for a cow?
Yeah, I would.
apparently so.
I
Apparently
mean,
she
you
was-
already
better than magic
did.
beans.
You married a cow.
She gave her dog up for the cow.
Her dog?
Yeah.
That woman is a terrible person. She should go to hell.
Interesting.
Don't give your dog up.
I got,
For a cow.
to be fair, I could have picked loads of stuff from Wales as well, which is close by me, which was not necessarily terrifying, but there's a couple, especially one that was talking about a bloke that got.
Oh no, not a
hitchhiked.
bloke.
Yeah, a bloke. They picked up a hitchhiker on a road in the dark. It turned out that this person seduced him, and it turned out
Spooky.
to be a ghost and tried to murder him.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like that.
And apparently that's a true story. I doubt it.
That sounds like the Lady in White story.
It does. Apparently there's a lot of lady in whites here.
What is it with dudes telling ghost stories where there's just some woman on the side of the road that tries to seduce everybody that picks her up? Like, that sounds more like wish fulfillment than a
Mermaids.
ghost story, honestly.
The
Man.
mermaid story.
Psh, jeez, ridiculous.
Oh. I've got a good one. Ow. I thought I already had that. Did I give it to you already?
Yeah.
Dang.
Oh, I forgot to keep the fire.
Oh, I don't actually have anything to put on the fire. I guess I'm excused. I'll see you later.
Oh,
Oh no, lightning didn't think that was a good idea.
The Minecraft gods say no.
Thor's coming to get me. Gonna bash me in with his hammer. That's the real spooky story.
That is.
Oh, here he comes now. Are we ready?
Yes.
There we go.
That's not dangerous.
That's not dangerous.
It's fine, don't worry about it. Where'd that head go? There it is. Does it have to be my head?
Yeah.
It's the only head we have.
what you like?
Thunder's so loud. Alright, shall I read this bloody story then?
Yes.
Yes, read the.
One morning, when Gregor Samsa woke from troubled dreams, he found himself transformed in his bed into a horrible vermin. He lay on his armor-like back, and if he lifted his head a little, he could see his brown belly, slightly domed and divided by arches into stiff sections. Yeah? The bedding was hardly able to cover it, and it seemed ready to slide off any moment. His many legs, pitifully thin compared to the size of the rest of him, waved about helplessly as he looked. What happened to me? He thought. It wasn't a dream. His room, a proper human room, though a little too small, lay peacefully between its four familiar walls. I'm gonna move my
If
windows
this
around.
turns into some sort of weird furry story instead of a scary story, I'm gonna murder you.
I was going to say the start of it didn't sound like a scary story. It sounded like a completely inappropriate story.
That's what I was thinking!
Oh. Shall I continue?
Yes! Now I want to see
Okay.
where it goes.
Do you really?
Yeah, now I want to
Metro
see
knows
what
where it
happens
goes.
with his debrided middle.
Okay. Well, let's continue then. A collection of textile samples lay spread out on the table. Samsa was a travelling salesman. Emeralds! And above it there hung a picture that he had recently cut out of an illustrated magazine and housed in a nice gilded frame. It showed a lady, fitted out with a fur hat and a fur boa, who sat upright, raising a heavy fur muff that covered the whole of her lower arm towards the viewer. Gregor then turned to look out of the window at the dull weather. Drops of rain could be heard hitting the pane, which made him feel quite sad. How about if I sleep a little bit longer and forget all this nonsense? He thought. But that was something he was unable to do, because he was used to sleeping on his right, and in his present state couldn't get into that position. However hard he threw himself into his right, he always rolled back to where he was. He must have tried it 100 times, shut his eyes so he wouldn't have had to look at his floundering legs, and only stopped when he began to feel a mild, dull pain that he had never felt before. Oh God, he thought, what a strenuous career it is that I have chosen. Travelling day in and day out, doing business like this takes much more effort than doing your own business at home. And on top of that, there's the curse of travelling, worries about making train connections, bad and irregular food, contact with different people all the time. So hardcore. Wait, no, that's the wrong line. so that you can never get to know anyone or become friendly with them. It can all go to hell! There's lots of little white spots. I'm sorry, is nobody gonna stop me?
I'm
No.
wondering where you're going. Did you get AI to write you something that just goes on and on?
No, I'm 4 paragraphs into a 3-act story. We're in the first act.
Why would you pick something so long?
I thought somebody would stop me.
Why would we stop you? It's weird. I want to know what happens. Now I'm mad that it's so long, and now I'm not gonna know. You've invested me in the debriding rat belly, pig cart, and now you're not gonna tell me what happens. Just summarize. Did you even
He
read
dies.
it?
The end.
He
I
died.
read it. He dies. The
How
end.
did he die?
He died.
Do you want to read? Do you want me to read the 3 acts?
You've got up to the white spots now. We need to know.
Dude, did they not teach you how to, like, summarize a story and tell your friends what it's about? If somebody was like,
No, we
hey,
didn't do that at
what's
school.
this movie about? You wouldn't, like... That's not how you
Shoot,
would
there's a
describe
bloke,
them.
He dies.
There's. I mean, that's
in bed,
basically
he
it.
dies.
I mean, there's a lot of words in this. It's very flowery in its storytelling.
I hear it's very verbose, yes.
Yeah, that's why I chose it, because I thought, this is stupid. Somebody's gonna stop me.
Why would we stop you?
We should make you read the whole thing.
Read
I
it.
will.
Read it.
Jane, what's your story?
Well, I looked one up just before we got together. So I have a very short one. Called
Ooh.
Psych Warning.
Dun dun dun!
Okay, not all spooky stories are scary. Sometimes they're just otherworldly. Frank was at the mall one day by himself when, in the middle of walking from one store to the next, an older woman ran up to him, gasping for breath. I ran all the way from the other end of the mall to find you because I sensed you were here, she said. Frank had no idea who this woman was and was understandably frightened. He tried to push her away. Then she said, I have to tell you, your brother's death was not your fault. Frank was stunned. He had never met her before in his life, but she somehow knew that his brother had died and that he felt guilty. Frank's brother had been a drug addict. He called Frank the day he died, but Frank didn't pick up the phone. Your brother doesn't blame you, she said with compassion. Satisfied that she had fulfilled her duty, she walked away and disappeared back into the crowd of shoppers. Frank broke down in tears. The end.
Oh my goodness.
Bum bum bum.
Dun,
But
dun,
now-
dun.
What are you putting on the fire?
Picard has left us with a cliffhanger. What am I going to
Yeah.
put
Have
on
I?
the fire?
You have.
Oh. Are you saying we need to continue? Thor doesn't want us to continue. Oh, that's
No,
the
I
one to
think
do it.
Paul's
So I
telling
put some
you
pie
that
on it.
you should continue.
I mean, I can make up a shorter story if you want.
Yeah, you can't leave us on a cliffhanger like that. You need to do something.
Really? You just want me to continue?
Oh, make something up.
Make something up. Then Gregor woke up for real, and it was all a dream. And he went to work and enjoyed his sandwiches and work colleagues. And he wasn't a giant bug after all. The end. And then
God.
he gave all his paperwork off to someone else because he had, he had a really bad nightmare. And he doesn't like to do all that paperwork. So he gave it to, Metro, I need a name. Who's his co-worker? Come on, Metro, don't fail me now. I need a name.
Checked out. He's checked out. He's so
Oh, no.
disappointed you wouldn't finish it.
Mariella. He gave all his paperwork to his co-worker, Mariella. And at the end of the day, Mariella finished all of the paperwork, and she set off through the woods on her bicycle. Mariella always went through the woods on her bicycle. Although, today, something was wrong. She had a flat tire on her bicycle. Can bicycles get flat tires? I don't know, but this bicycle certainly did have a flat tire for some reason. It must have been, Metro, do you have a name yet? No? It must have been Peterson. Joe, rather. It must have been Joe. Thank you, Metro. Who's, you know, he works in the sharp department with all the sharp things. He must have dropped something, and Marielle must have run over it on her way out. So she was going through the woods with this flat tire, and she realized, oh man, I've got a flat tire. I should stop and check my bike out. So she stopped by an old tree, and then she realized this tree wasn't here before. No, Marielle has been through this path many times through the woods, and she knows it like the back of her hand. And she thought, I must have taken a wrong turn somewhere. No, I know I've taken a wrong turn somewhere. Which is even stranger, because this path through the woods doesn't have any turns. It doesn't even have any intersections, or any forks in the path of any kind. It's just a straight path through the woods. This was very strange. That Mariella somehow managed to get lost on this straight path that doesn't even divert anywhere. Then suddenly, a ghost came up to her. Yes, a ghost. And it waggled its sexy ghost butt in her face and said, Meh! Oh no! Not another one! Don't laugh, this is a serious story. And Mariella got out her peanut butter and jelly sandwich because she knows when ghosts start wiggling their butts at people, you're gonna be here a while. You gotta get a snack out. So she sat there and had a picnic with this ghost. And she tried to strike up a conversation. Hey! What are you doing out here spooking around in the woods? The ghost just kept saying, oh no! No! You're lost! Not again! Not another one! And as hard as she tried, she just couldn't get, any sensible responses out of this ghost. It was all just, you're lost! Not again! Another one! No! And it just kept wiggling its sexy ghost butt at her. Just for ages. And eventually, Mariella got fed up. She finished her peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and she just started walking off through the woods. She'll leave her bike here. It's not working. Well, no, she can carry her bike, actually, can't she? Can she carry her bike? Is she strong enough? What do you reckon?
She can push
Did she
her
carry her
bike.
bike? She pushed her bike. Okay, that's much more sensible than carrying it, the ghost said. That's what the ghost said. Why don't you push your bike? That's the sound of it wiggling its sexy ghost butt. So so she pushed her bike through the woods. And all the time the ghost was just going on and on. Yeah, you're lost! Oh no, not again! You're lost! And Mariella said, shut up! Shut up, ghost! Stop following me! But it kept following her. You're lost, meh! And so she took off her coat and she flung it over the ghost. And that muffled its cries a little bit, but it kept following her and it kept saying, you're lost! Meh! Not again! And so they kept walking through the woods for a while. It's a long path, that's why she always takes her bike. Until, at some point, the ghost said, you're not lost! What? Said Mariella. Was that her name? I've forgotten. Was she called Mariella?
I think so.
No. That's what
Okay.
I recall, yes.
What did you say?
I didn't know
Said
there'd be a
Mariella.
quiz.
But there was no reply. She flung herself around to interrogate the ghost, but it was just her coat on the floor. Where'd the ghost go?
Was
Well,
it ever
Mariella
there?
picked up her coat, and, well, yeah, maybe the ghost wasn't ever there. Mariella picked up her coat, and... Ow! Rude!
So rude! I worked hard on that, creeper!